Okay, so this is the calculator I was talking about. This is the version FX991ES Plus. Alright, so that's the calculator we'll be using to solve these particular questions. Alright, so let's start. When you see this question, alright, this is a 2 by 3 matrix. Alright, so the vertical is the row and then the horizontal is the column. So this particular one over here is 2 by 3 matrix. And then this is a 2 by 2 matrix. So in this tutorial we are gonna cover 2 by 2 matrix and then 3 by 3 matrix. So this is what you'll be expecting from this video. Okay, so by the end of this video you are gonna be able to use your calculator to solve for a determinant, and then addition. Sorry, my addition is incorrect. Alright, so addition, we have subtraction, multiplication, inverse, and then problems. What I mean here is maybe you have a matrix which contains x and y, some unknown variables, and then you want to find those unknown variables. The calculator can help you do that. So let's get right into it. Okay guys, so I was searching for a 2 by 2 matrix, but I couldn't find one. So here we are. This is a 2 by 2 matrix, and then what we are going to do is we are going to find the determinant. So as we said, the determinant, then we come to addition, subtraction, multiplication and stuff. So we are starting with the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. Alright, so when you come to your calculator, take notice, you click on mode. So you click on mode, then if you check the number 6, you see that it has matrix. So you are going to press on the keypad 6. Then if you come here, they're asking you that which matrix. So we have 3 matrices over there: matrix A, matrix B, matrix C. So you save the data that you want to work on in any of them, but I normally recommend we save the first data in the matrix A. So 2 1 3 5, I'll save it to matrix A. Okay, so you are gonna click on 1, but you can save it in the other matrices, it will still work, but I'm gonna save it in matrix A. So you are gonna click 1 has mat A, which is matrix A. Then they are asking you, is it 3 by 3 matrix or 3 by 2 or stuff, and then this is a 2 by 2 matrix. So number 5 contains 2 by 2, which is what we are looking for. So you are gonna click on 5, and then here we are. So we have to input this data into the calculator so that the calculator will know that this is what we are working with. So you are gonna start with you press on the 2. This is the data. So every number you press equal to for it to be captured into the calculator system. So I press the 2, and then I press equal to, then I press 1, then I press equal to, then 3 equal to, 5 equal to. So make sure that after pressing the last number you press equal to. Alright, so when you are done with this, you press AC or you press on, any of them works, but I'm gonna press on AC. So what we did, the data isn't deleted, the data is still saved in there, but just that we need a space where we can tell the calculator to solve what we want him to solve. That's why we press the AC. So if you check, you see we have shift. The shift is some kind of goldish. When you check on your calculator, some kind of goldish, pardon my colors, but it looks a little like goldish. And then if you check number 1, that one also has if you check number 4, it has matrix. So those two colors, they correlate. So you press on shift and then you press 4, and then it will bring you here. So here all these things, don't worry, like don't be scared of any of them. I will explain everything to you right now, and then you understand everything. If you come to number 1, DIM, I don't really know the full meaning of that, but that is where if maybe you want to change your data, if you want to change your data completely, like you see that this is a 2 by 2 matrix. All right, and then maybe I want to change it to a 3x2 matrix or 3x3, I'll use the dim, alright, which is the number 1. And then if you click on the number 1 and then you click on it, will actually, it's some kind of a trying to restart. So what matrix do you want to enter, whether matrix A, blah blah blah. So if you choose matrix A, it will actually 2x2 or 3x3, you see. So it's some kind of a trying to reset your matrix to whatever thing that you want to use. That's for the dim. So I'm gonna go again, shift and then 4. Then if you come to the data place is it will just show you your data that you have at hand. So if you click on the number 2, which is data, so that it will ask you, so maybe you see that like this particular data 2135, we saved it to matrix A. So when you click on the number 1, which is matrix A, it will just show you all your data that you have. So when you press the arrow key, it will just be changing the numbers. Whoever that the black arrow is, like the black highlighter is, that number will be displayed at the bottom. Alright, so if you click the arrow, you see, and then that's what the data does. And then if you click shift 4 again, and then if you come here, mat A, so mat A is the matrix itself, what you've entered. No, if you click on mat A, it's the matrix itself. You understand when we start solving some more questions. All right, and then matrix B is matrix B itself, and then mat C, then matrix answer, that's if you solved for the, and if you have an answer already, something like that. And then we have determinants, which is what we want to solve right now. Then we have a transpose, but we don't need a transpose right now. All right, so we are gonna choose determinant. So this is how the thing will be like. The calculator will understand it this way. The calculator will understand it this way, that okay, so this is how the calculator will understand it. That's the one that I've written in darkish red over here. The calculator will understand it this way: determinant of matrix A. So, and then the matrix A contains our data. All right, so matrix A contains our data. So when you come to the calculator, let me start all over again. You see, our data is already saved in the calculator, which is 2135. So when you press shift and then 4, then you choose the what we want to solve right now is determinant of matrix A. So you click on number 7, which contains determinant. DET stands for determinant. All right, so you click on that, and then the calculator will give you that. So determinant of what? So you are gonna tell him to find determinant of matrix A. So I'm gonna press the shift 4 again, and then now our matrix A is number 3. You see, so matrix A contains our data, don't forget. So you close your bracket. If you like, you can choose not to close the bracket, but I just recommend you close the bracket. So you click on equal to, and there we go. So the answer is 7. The answer is 7. If you have to do it the manual way, you multiply this and this, and then after that you multiply this and that, and you do subtraction. So let's do a test and then see. 10 times 5 is 2 times 5 is 10. So we have our 10 here, minus 1 times 3, which is 3. All right, and then the answer is what? 7. So super simple. I know most people would think this is not important, the calculator is not important here, but when we get to a higher version of matrices like 3x3 stuff, you need a calculator to confirm your answer when you finish solving. Okay, so that is it. And then let's move to the next one. Let's solve for addition of matrices. Per our menu we have addition, so let's do a simple addition here. Okay, before I forget, the determinants, let's solve a 3x. Alright, so let's do a 3x3 matrix using the calculator. So 2 options, as we said earlier. You can either stay in matrix mode and then go to shift and then 4, and then you go to dim, alright, to change your data. Okay, so if maybe I want to update my matrix A, and I click on matrix A, which is number 1, and then now the matrix is what, 3 by 3, which is number 1, 3 by 3 matrix. So when you choose that, oh sorry, let me start over. Shift 4, dim, matrix A, and then number 1. Okay, so there we go. This is a 3 by 3 matrix, and then you will just input your data, or better still, if maybe for instance you are not already in matrix mode. So let's say for instance you are in the normal mode, normal calculator mode, you can start afresh by going to mode number 6, matrices. Then you choose your first data. I recommend you save your first matrix to the first data, because when we get to the calculation side and the multiplication and stuff, it might be a little it's just easier, right? So I'll be saving this data to matrix A. So I click on 1, and then this is a 3 by 3 matrix, which is number 1 again, and then I start. So I press my 2, then 1, then 6, 3, everything you press equal to 5, 2, 4 equal to 8 equal to 9 equal to. So I press AC using the first method. So it's gonna be determinant of matrix A. So we're gonna press shift and then 4, then you choose number 7, which is determinant. All right, so determinant of matrix A. So you come to shift 4 again, and then number 3 contains our matrix A. Then you close your bracket, you press equal to, and that's the answer, 63. I'm not going to show the manual calculations for this particular one. It will consume more of our time, but this is a calculator way of solving it. So let's go to the next one, addition, subtraction, multiplication. I will combine those ones into one part, like one thing. All right, so let's say we have this let me clean the board. Okay, so this is our matrix that we have on the board, which is a 2 by 2 matrix, but there are 3 separate matrices. So let's say the first one is A, all right, and then the second one is B, and then the third one is C, which is the one at the bottom, C. So let's say we want to do something like this, matrix A. All right, this is super simple. Matrix A plus our matrix B, and then minus matrix C, and then let's say plus 2A. So this is what we are gonna solve with the calculator. And then don't forget, the calculator has the capacity to solve things faster than you can. And if this comes in objective where you have to shade whether it's A, B, or C, this is gonna speed up your work. So let's go to calculator mode, and then so this is calculator, and then I'm already in matrix mode, but I'll start over as if I'm not in matrix mode. So I go to mode 4 for matrix, mode 6 for matrix, and then I'm gonna save the A to matrix A. But like maybe in exams your matrix will not be labeled ABC, but however that they label it, you just assign any of them to one of the numbers, one of the letters, and you are good to go. So I'll save the first one to matrix A. So I'm gonna choose 1, which is mat A. So this is a 2 by 2 matrix. Don't forget, if it is 3 by 3 matrix, you just select the right matrix here. Okay, nothing is difficult. So we are gonna go number 5, which is 2 by 2. So let's input the data, and I'll input 2 data, and then the rest I'll just forward that one. All right, so this is 9 equal to 20 equal to 7 equal to 6. All right, I'm done with matrix A. So you are gonna click on AC, then you're gonna go shift and then number 4 matrix, then over here you go to 1, which is dim, and then you go to matrix B. So we are going to save the second data in matrix B. and then this is a 2 by 2 matrix, so we are going to choose number 5, and then I'm just quickly going to enter the digits 1 equal to 2 equals 3 equals 6, and then let's enter matrix C. So shift 4, and then you go to dim, so matrix C. Alright, so there we go, and then number 2 by 2 matrix. So the data is 0 6 4 2 equal to. So you're gonna press AC, and then irrespective of however that they frame the question, this is the simple basic way. The A in the calculator form, the calculator understands it as matrix A. So we are gonna punch this particular data into the calculator, right? So this is our question. This is our question that we are gonna put into the calculator. All right, okay, so let's get started. You're gonna click on shift 4 matrix, and then number 3 contains matrix A. So don't forget, mat A contains our data already. So we're gonna click on plus, and then shift 4. Number 4 is matrix B, so you're gonna go on number 4, and then minus matrix C. So shift 4 matrix C is number 5 plus 2 of matrix A. So you're gonna press your 2, and then shift 4, and then matrix A is number 3. So let me go back so that you see. So this is it, matrix A plus matrix B minus matrix C plus 2 matrix A. That is it. So you just press equal to, and that's the answer. So the answer is what you are seeing. When you use the arrow key and then you scroll, all right, you see that where the black is highlighted, no, the answer will be displayed at the bottom. On your calculator, it will be more visible than on my screen. So we have a first one to be 28, 56, 20, and 22. So you see that it's super simple, super simple. And then let's see our next one. So we have done addition, subtraction, multiplication. So let's go to the inverse, and then we'll tackle some 1 or 2 problems, and we are done. So inverse. So let's see, I want to find inverse of my first matrix. All right, matrix A. So I'm gonna press on my AC. Don't forget, the data is already stored in the calculator. If you didn't save the data already, you just go to our normal procedure, mode, and then 6 and stuff to save your data. So for the benefit of those who might not understand, let me start over. So I'm gonna go to mode 6, and then matrix A. So this is a 2 by 2 matrix, all right, so which is number 5. So I'll enter the data 9 equal to 20, 7, and then 6. Every number you press, you need to press equal to. After that, you press AC. So we want to find inverse of matrix A. So simple like that. You click on shift and then 4, and then there's it. So we have matrix A. This is how the calculator understands it. Right, let me show you. The calculator understands it this way. Okay guys, so this is how the calculator will understand it. Matrix A inverse. So here we've already made the calculator present our matrix A. So we need to search for the inverse. So the inverse, if you check this here under the mode, so that we have an x raised to power -1. So that is the inverse. You just click on that, and then it will bring your inverse here. Let me zoom in. You see that? Can you see that very well? Matrix A, and then raised to power -1. So that's it, and you just press equal to, and you are good to go. That's the inverse. So simple like that. So at the top you'll be given in decimal, but at the bottom it will be fraction. So in the fraction form it is -3. This some kind of angle is like as in over. So -3 over 43. So you just move your arrow to give you the other answer. So let me start over. Our first answer is -3 over 43, and then 10 over 43, 7 over 86, and then -9 over 86. So go you can go ahead and then solve it manually, and you get the same answer. So you see, it is super easy to solve using the calculator. So let's do problem on the screen right now, and then the question says we should find the value of x and y. So we are like, normally you can use a simultaneous equation to solve this, but we want to use matrix, all right, matrices, to get the unknown variables. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to group our data into its appropriate matrix format. All right, so what we are going to do first is we are going to write the coefficients of the variables, and yeah, so just follow along, you understand. So coefficient of x, this is x, so the question is 5x minus 3y is equal to 28, and then negative 2x plus 4y is equal to 14. So we are going to write the coefficient first, and then we'll continue from there. So the coefficient of x, the top one is what, 5. So the coefficient of x for the top one is what, 5, and then the coefficient for the y is negative 3. So you leave a little space because it's matrix, all right. So negative 3, and then if you come to the bottom, we have negative 2 as coefficient for x, and then 4 as coefficient for y, and then we are going to group this as a matrix. Oh, sorry for that. Okay, and then we are going to bring the x and y over here, but like we'll bring the x and then the y over here. So those are the unknowns. You see that when you are doing multiplication of matrices, it's row by column, so row by column. So this 5 will multiply this x, giving you our 5x on top, and then let me zoom out. So you see that it's row by column, so this row by this column, and then if you multiply this 5 by the x, that will give you 5x. Negative 3 by y will give you y, negative 3y, and then this will give you our negative 2x, and then positive 4y. So literally it's the same thing, all right. So it's basically the same. So we are going to equate that to, okay, so we are going to equate that to the ones which are outside the equal to sign. So we have 28 and then 14. So 28. Okay, so here we are, and then this is how we've written it. So first of all, you write the coefficients and then separate them with a little space for matrix sake, and then you bring your x and y. Maybe your variable might be different, it might be a and b or anything else, so you just bring those variables to the outside, and then you keep that one separate, and then you equate them to the ones which are behind the equal to sign. So over here, we can from this side we can solve it straight away in matrix form. So if we make the first one matrix A, let me clean the board, and then okay, so we will label this matrix. I'll give the first one A, and then so I make this A, and then I make this B, and then I make the last one C. Okay, so now we want to find the variables for x and y. So just look at this. Alright, so if you want to write it in a simple form without showing the matrix symbols itself, it's going to be like this. A is multiplying B, okay, and then B is the unknown that we are looking for, and all of them is equal to our C. So now we are looking for what? This B, okay, that is what we are looking for right now, and then we need to make that one the subject of the equation. So we know that as the B is over here, if we want to make B the subject of the equation, we'll divide both sides by the coefficient of B, which is A. So we divide here also by A, and then this will cancel out that. All right, so we are gonna get B B equals C over A. And then if you come to indices, you know that if you have any number like this, so something like 1 over 2 is the same as, so if you have something like this, it's the same as 2 inverse, so 2 raised to the power negative 1. If maybe you have a 3 over 2, okay, my 2 is down, okay, so if you have 3 over 2, if you have 3 over 2 in indices, okay, it's the same as 3 multiplied by 2 inverse. That the inverse, basically the inverse just means 1 over something, all right? So that inverse over there just means 1 over something, all right? So this means if I write 2 inverse, if I write 2 inverse, it just means sorry. If I write 2 inverse, so 2 inverse as in exponent negative 1 is the same as 1 over 2. That's basically the idea, the whole idea over here. So if you apply that same rule, all right, let me keep this and then delete this. So if you apply the same rule, which is which we have over here, see that B is equal to just a minute, B is equal to C over A, and then we know that A is beneath, so if you want to write it in indices form, it's the same as your B, right, is equal to your C multiplied by your A and then inverse. Okay, so this is basically like it's so simple. All right, so this is it. And then if you want to write it in some kind of a linear form without showing the fractions, this is how you're gonna get it. So C multiplied by A inverse. So that is it. So this is what the calculator will be able to understand. Okay, so this is what the calculator will understand. Let me make it red. So this is what the calculator will be able to understand. We will not be able to input this fraction. I've not really tried it yet, but I don't think it's possible. So let's solve this particular question. So we made everything over here. So let's input it into the calculator. So what we are solving right now is we are solving for this. Okay, see that B is equal to C and then A inverse. So when we get C times A inverse, that's equal to our B, which is the unknown. All right, you see. So let's go to the calculator. So you're gonna press on your I'm already in the matrix mode, so I'm just gonna use a shift and then 4, and then I'll go to dim as I explained earlier. And then this is a 2 by 2 matrix, so I want to save the matrix A to matrix A, so I'm gonna click on 1, and then this is a 2 by 2 matrix, which is number 5. So I'll input the data. The data is 5, and then -3, -2, and then 4. So you press equal to, and then you press AC, and then you see our matrix B is the unknown, and then we have our matrix C over here again. And then if you come down, you see that we have B is equal to C times A inverse, and then here our C, maybe let me modify so our C here, let me modify the thing so that it will be easy. So I'm gonna save the matrix into the matrix C for those who might get confused. So and then so shift 4, I press shift 4, then I go to 1 dim, then C number 3, which is matrix C, and this is 2 by 1 matrix, which is number 6. So I'm gonna input the 28 equal to 14, and then don't forget I have my data already here. So shift 4, if I go to data, all right, look at matrix A, I have my data already here, 5 3 -2 4, everything is already there. If I go shift 4 and then 2, and then I choose matrix C, which is number 3, my data is already there. So now let's go here. So the calculator will understand it this way: matrix C, so shift 4, and then don't forget this, the calculator, like the matrices itself, you need the multiplication, you need the 2, the like 2 by 2 has to come first. So instead of, you see that the C is a 2 by 1 matrix, so I'm gonna swap this. Okay, let me clean here. I'm gonna swap this because the calculator, if you don't swap it, the calculator will give us mass error. It will be impossible for you to multiply a 2 by 1 matrix by a 2 by 2 matrix, but you can multiply. You see, this is 2 by 2 matrix, this is 2 by 1, so it will be like you'll be able to multiply this onto that, but you will not be able to multiply this onto that. So I need to modify this, and then our A is what, a 2 by 2 matrix. So if I modify this, we are gonna get our B, okay, but it's basically the same thing. All right, I'm just trying to realign it, okay, because multiplication, you need to multiply row by column, and then if I bring the 2 by 2 first, I'm just gonna have only one row, and it's not gonna work. So this will be, I'll bring the A inverse first, since that one is a 2 by 2 matrix. So A inverse, so I'm literally writing this, I'm rewriting this. You know that multiplication is commutative, so I can trick it anyhow, it will still give the same answer. So A inverse multiplied by C, so that's how we've modified it. All right, so this is what we are going to enter into the calculator. So if you come here, we have our matrix A, so which is number 3, so we're gonna go matrix that. Then the inverse, as we did earlier, is under the mode we have x exponent -1, so you just click that, and then you click on times, and then you go to shift 4 again, and then our matrix C. All right, so number 5, then you just press equal to, and there you go. See that? So those are the two values. So our first value, which is x, if you come here, our x, this is our x will be 11, and then the y is what, 9. You see, so simple. So your final answer will be this. So x, and then you have your y. So like super simple, as you are seeing, like that. So we have 11 over here, and then 9. So if you equate them together, our x is what, 11, 9. Sorry for that. So if you have any problem, any suggestion on how we can make it easier, leave it in the comment section below, or you can chat me personally. I'll try to help. Thank you very much for watching this video, and good luck.